So, hello dear students, today we will study the variation of acceleration due to gravity with the rotation of Earth and latitude. So, consider Earth to be a perfect sphere. Of radius small r. Let its equatorial plane lies in XY plane. Equatorial plane of Earth lies in XY plane and it is rotating with angular velocity omega vector about z-axis from west to east. Earth is rotating with angular velocity omega vector from west to east and it is rotating about the z-axis and its equatorial plane is lying in xy plane. So when we try to draw the diagram for the same, it will be like this. So draw a big sphere representing Earth. Take its center as the origin and draw the three axes. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is z-axis. This is the origin. Earth is rotating about the z-axis from west to east with angular velocity omega vector and supposing this as the equatorial plane of the Earth and clearly it is there in XY plane. As angular velocity is along the z-axis, so omega vector it can be written as omega k cap. We mark this as equation number 1. Let small m be the mass of the body lying at point P with latitude lambda. So when we try to depict this body, let this is point P and here the body of mass small m is lying here, and if we join point P with O, this angle is lambda called latitude of the place. Then OP vector it will be designated as R vector. So let OP vector, it is written as R vector, and its value will be R cos lambda. Component, it will be along x-axis. R sin lambda component, it will be along z-axis. So we mark this as equation number 2. So unit vector r cap, it will be written by r vector divided by magnitude. So it is r cos lambda I cap, r sin lambda k cap divided by r. So unit vector, it will be r will cancel out, so there will be no r. Cos lambda I cap, sin lambda k cap. We mark this as equation number 3. So what kind of forces will be acting on the particle? So this is the previous article where we have studied the various forces acting on the particle is its real force. Real force is the weight of the body. So now we mark the various forces acting on the particle as number 1, weight, mg vector. It is acting vertically downward, so it will be along PO vector. Weight, it will be along PO vector, and if we try to depict this, it will be downward like this. This will be mg vector along PO, from P towards O. Mg magnitude and its direction is opposite to OP vector, so it will be minus r cap. Minus comes outside. So we mark this as equation number 4. Next kind of force is Crollius force. This force is depending on the velocity of the body, but in our case the velocity of the body is 0, the body is at rest, so this force will no longer be there. Crollius force is not affecting the present case. So next possible force will be centrifugal force, whose formula is this. So second kind of force that will be acting in our case will be centrifugal force. So its value will be F centrifugal. So here we substitute the various values and obtain the formula for this. Minus m omega k cap cross curly bracket omega r cos lambda k cross j plus omega r sin lambda k cross k. So k cross k is 0 vector and k cross j is minus I cap. So when we substitute these two values here, second term will vanish. So it is omega k cap cross minus omega r cos lambda I cap. Second term vanishes, so we will not write here second term. Minus minus is plus. Here is no vector sign because we have already written k cap there. M omega square r cos lambda k cross I cap. So it is m omega square r cos lambda k cross I cap is j. So this is our centrifugal term or fictitious term that is there due to the rotation of frame of reference, and in our case it is Earth. And when we try to depict this in the diagram as it is along positive j axis, so centrifugal force will be along this way. This will be F centrifugal term because it is along positive y-axis. So this is positive y-axis because axes are to be taken in the clockwise sense. So now we are to calculate the effective force, and when we try to depict it in the diagram, we take the help of parallelogram law, and this is our total net force and it is along this point O dash, and this is our effective force, which is the vector sum of real force weight and fictitious force centrifugal term. It is real force plus centrifugal term. And we assume it equal to mg dash. It is the effective weight of the body. And as just shown in the diagram, it is along PO dash. Effective force, we assume it equal to mg dash. Here g dash is effective acceleration due to gravity, and when we substitute all the values, mg dash, it is equal to real force, that is mg. It is from equation number 4, cos lambda I cap sin lambda k cap plus fictitious force centrifugal term cos lambda j cap. So as we have changed the axes as well, this is y axis, so its x component will be along j cap here. It is due to the change of the axes, so it will be j cap here because we have changed the x axis with y axis, so this change we will have to make here. So this is j cap. So it is minus mg cos lambda j cap minus mg sin lambda k cap plus m omega square r cos lambda j cap. So m in all the terms cancels out, so g dash will be there. Positive term we have taken ahead. J cap minus g sin lambda k cap. So it is g dash, it will be having omega square minus g cos lambda also comes out as common, j cap, g sin lambda k cap. We mark this as equation number 5. So magnitude of g dash is given by we use simple vector formula. It will be square root of square of first term square of second term. So now we will open the brackets and try to solve the various terms. Omega square r minus g whole square cos square lambda g square sin square lambda. G dash will be omega 4 r square plus g square minus 2 omega square r g cos square lambda g square sin square lambda. Then for solving further, omega 4 r square cos square lambda g square cos square lambda minus 2 omega square r g cos square lambda g square sin square lambda. Now look at these two terms. G square common, inside it is sin square plus cos square, it will become 1. So g dash, it is equal to omega 4 r square cos square lambda plus g square 2 omega square r g cos square lambda. So g dash, from here we take g square common. This term we write as first term, omega 4 r square cos square lambda divided by g square 2 omega square r by g cos square lambda. Out of the square root 1g comes out and we are left with 1 plus omega square r by g whole square cos square lambda omega square r by g cos square lambda. We mark this as equation number 6. As for earth, omega square r upon g is approximately 1 by 289. It is very less than 1. You might have calculated this term in your lower classes as well. So its square, it will be very less than 1. So this term containing the square can be neglected. So if we neglect this term, then what we will be having, g dash is equal to g 1 minus 2 omega square r by g cos square lambda. So we can write it like this, 1 minus 2 omega square r by g cos square lambda power 1 by 2. Applying the binomial theorem, it will be 1 minus 1 by 2, power comes forward, gets multiplied, 2 cancels here, so it will be g dash is equal to when we open the bracket, g into 1 is g, here g cancels out, omega square r cos square lambda. So this is the relation with effective acceleration due to gravity, and it depends upon two things, rotation of earth and latitude. So this is the name of our article, that how acceleration due to gravity is affected with the rotation of earth, mean angular velocity and latitude of the place. So we have two special cases. At equator, lambda is equal to 0 degree, so g dash is equal to g minus omega square r cos square 0 degree, which is 1. G dash is equal to g minus omega square r, and this is the value at equator, and this is the minimum value. Now at poles, lambda is equal to 90 degrees, so g dash at poles, it will be g minus omega square r cos square 90 degree. Cos 90 is 0, so it is equal to g, and this is the maximum value. So acceleration of due to gravity is no longer a constant. It actually depends upon rotation of earth and latitude of the place, and it is maximum at the poles, minimum at the equator. So this is all for today. Keep in touch for next lectures. Thanks a lot.